Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Monday, July 28th. Getting towards the end of the month here, 2025. Let's rock. Okay, lots of changes in the market, and here we are. Let's see if the sell-off continues today. If it does, I think it is a buying opportunity. We've got gold down $8 at 33.27, testing support around 3,300, and silver off only 3 cents to 38.05. I think I'd wait a half an hour before I buy, see if we can get a bigger sell-off in silver down into the 37s, but I do think it's a buy here. Okay, silver futures market 38.28, so 38.05 versus 38.25, that spread shrinking between futures and spot. Gold silver ratio down to 87.27, but definitely in that range between 86 and 89. Will we break lower? You take a longer chart, and I think it wants to. I think silver will outperform gold here. 10-year Treasury is up a little bit, probably on the announcement of an EU trade deal. 15% mostly across the board tariffs on the EU, representing over $1 trillion of tariff revenue and pretty close to $1 trillion of money out of U.S. consumers' pockets. Okay, but that is good for the 10-year, still threatening to break higher. The dollar is also stronger, up almost 0.5% to 98.14. And if this thing is going to start falling again, it needs to do it pretty soon. We'd like to see that tailwind on gold and silver. In the copper market, copper down 4 cents at 5.79, playing possum here on its run to $6. The platinum price is in the futures market is 14.51. That doesn't look right. Let's see if I can get a trading view. I don't know, that chart doesn't look right to me. Let's go back to Kitco and check platinum. Platinum up $1, platinum flat at 14.02 this morning. Also looking like a buying opportunity as you dig deeper into that. Okay, in the DBB commodity fund that I invest in, which is base metals, that's down 11 cents this morning at 1965. Let's see, the silver miners. I thought I'd bring you the silver miners. I've been adding to my miner positions here on this pullback. Very small positions in my portfolio, so don't think I'm any pro trading miners. I just buy more when they're down, and I actually sell them when they pop higher. We've got the SIL down 39, down 27 cents. To 49.78. There's the chart of silver miners, and it's doing very much what silver is doing and trying to break higher, but not today. Okay, and here we are on the economic calendar. Today, absolutely nothing. On Tuesday, we have trade balancing goods, wholesale inventories, Case-Shiller Home Price Index. Ouch, that's going to hurt. Consumer confidence, we'll see if the consumer is still happy about where they are. Out of money, prices going up, dollar being destroyed, purchasing power of the dollar being destroyed, and job openings. I don't think there's any good news in any of that. On Wednesday, ADP employment, GDP, pending home sales, and the FOMC interest rate decision. Between a 2 and a 3% probability of a 25-point rate cut from the Fed. Everyone thinks he will hold strong until September. And then there's a presser. When this happens on Wednesday, there'll be the initial reaction to whatever he does. Then a half an hour later, he'll say stuff which will likely move the market even more. So watch that if you're trading on Wednesday. And again, we could see a buying opportunity in here today, later today, tomorrow. I would not give up on metals right here. There is nothing wrong with any of those charts. We are in the high greed category on the Fear Greed Index. We have Dow up 38, S&P up 13, NASDAQ up 89 on the UK tariff story. And Bitcoin, our canary in the coal mine, because the big guys know what's going on before it happens, and that's who owns most of the Bitcoin. The whales, okay, down 612 to 118,796. The rally in the stock market kind of growing hair at this point. I'm not sure how much further they can pump it up. Before we get on to the deals here of the day, best deals anywhere I can find on the internet, not sponsored by any bullion dealers. Welcome new members, subscribers, and viewers. Good to have you here. And let's go on to the question of the day. To help me out on what to focus on, I want to know in the gold market, which I think is a buy here, are you looking for BU, brilliant uncirculated, or are you looking for circulated to save money? Second question is, are you looking for big gold? That would be 1 ounce, and premium's very low on that. Or are you looking for small gold? So big gold, small gold, big BU or circulated? That's what I would like to know. If you'd like to answer that, then I can focus my videos more on what you guys want. Let's get on to the gold. Teeny weeny 1/100th gold, still 43 bucks at SD Bullion. 1 gram gold in assay, 125 at bullion.com. Their new customer deal is at spot. 1/10th gold eagle is 370 over at Summit Metals if you're going first class on your small gold. 1/10th gold maple, cheaper today, 356 at Hero. We've got the gold ducat at 374. That is over a 10th ounce of gold. That is, I think, a 0.1106. All right, if you're just looking for regular gold is gold. Quarter ounce gold Krugerrand is 851 at bullion exchanges. The 5 gram gold in assay is 573 at Monument Metals. A half ounce gold eagle is 1705 at bullion exchanges. Everything's BU unless I say otherwise. That's how I keep a constant measuring stick here. $5 commemoratives at Provident, $8.25. Not a bad price for 0.241 ounces of sovereign U.S. gold. 10 gram gold in assay, I think, maybe not an assay, 1109. That's about $110 a gram. Pretty good buy if you're kind of in between small gold and big gold and you're not that picky. Sometimes gold is just gold. Half ounce gold eagle, all the time gold is just gold, but some things carry a higher premium, certainly when you buy them, not always when you sell them. Bullion Exchanges has this guy for 1705 this morning. Half ounce maple cheaper this morning at 1753 for the maple. There's a tariff story in there somewhere. The Britannia is going to be 1746, no deal. Let's go on to the 1 ounce gold eagle. 1 ounce gold eagle, 33.59 at Bullion Exchanges. Good price there. I forgot the half ounce Krugerrand. That is 16.99, about 3,400 melt on a half ounce Krugerrand if you're looking for smaller gold. The Buffalo is over 3,400. The big gold proof set at 1.85 ounces of proof gold with OGP, 32.90 now. Gold got a little cheaper already. Or at least since the last time I checked this. It's a good deal right there if you have a lot of money and you want pretty U.S. sovereign gold. A 1 ounce gold maple is flippy floppy at 33.97 at Safe Haven Metal this morning. And an AU gold maple, again, if you're big gold, but you don't need it to be BU, 33.87 at Monument Metals. I'd pay up for the Eagle personally. Don't forget Walmart. Click that link there and get in, see if you can save some money on Walmart. A Britannia is 33.83 at Monument Metals. And the St. Gaudens Double Eagle is always pretty. A Krugerrand is 33.40 at Bullion Exchanges, right around spot on that bad boy. Big gold, BU gold, and at spot, or near spot. 100 Corona is a very nice price as well. A 20 franc can be had at SD Bullion for $6.24 this morning. That is a circulated gold franc, and it may be something other than the Helvetia, not sure. All right, and sovereigns I'll skip. Gold below spot. All right, so most of these I have showed you, but the last one, which is worth looking at, is this is a jewelry grade gold peso. I don't know if you want that or not. The rim will be all scratched up. 4026 for 1.21 ounces of Mexican gold there. New player on the Platinum Eagles is Summit Metals. 1,541 for a discontinued BU Platinum Eagle. Moving on to Silver Eagles. Okay, these are going out of stock. Somebody is buying Silver Eagles. And now we have to go to APMEX, who happens to be running a... oh, damn, they raised their price in the last... they raised their price. This was any quantity pricing half an hour ago. Somebody is buying Silver Eagles. Some whale is buying Silver Eagles. If we get over to bullion exchanges and we do Silver Eagle, and I bought Silver Eagles yesterday myself. Let's see, 41.97. They don't have the back dates anymore. One at spot, but. So I got to fix the listing. So Bullion Exchanges has one for 42.77. Watch your Eagles. I think something may be up there. Cull Eagles are around 40 bucks. Click the link on my website. My green light is still on. I'm strong and long here. I think we're just having a little consolidation. As my video yesterday pointed out, I'll put a link to that above if you want to see why I think we have to wait for silver to make its move here, maybe a few more weeks. All right, and now let's get on to the next release. Sacagawea is coming up on July 31st. Will that be 29, 30, 31, Tuesday, Wednesday? That'll be Thursday, actually. I think the price will be around 2,200. I could be wrong because there's no commission back to Marble or anything on this. Will it be a popular coin or not? I think the mintage on this 7,500 says it will, and I am a buyer. This video here from... Thoughtful Money. We've got Luke Roman and Darius Dale talking about how they will print more money and the way they plan on getting out of this mess, which I don't think they can, is to use inflation. We're headed to inflation. If you can't control the long end of the bond yield, then all you can do is stimulate and inflate, and then you'll feel the pinch in your pocket when real interest rates become negative. That is when inflation exceeds the return on your bonds, and everything gets more expensive. They think they've gone through the logic, and they think that is the only way that we can get out of this, even with growth. So look for your dollar to buy less in the near future. That is what's going on here. Everything is to the detriment of the consumer. I mean, unless you're a waitress or you work a lot of overtime. Seniors got a bit of a break with the new tax bill. And of course, corporations are licking their chops at everything that's going on now, because that's inflationary for the stock market as well. Will we get the big dip? I don't know. I think we will, but I don't know. Okay, let's do a Silver Maple. Silver Maple is 40.35 at Bullion Exchanges. A Kangaroo is 41.24. Why are those so expensive? A Britannia is 39.95 at Bullion Exchanges. And don't overlook the Philharmonic at 39.75, an unloved sovereign coin there, silver coin there. I had a question as to why the Krugerrands carry a premium, the silver Krugerrands carry a premium, and the gold Krugerrands do not generally. Well, gold Krugerrands have been around for decades and decades, and they are generic gold epitomized, although they are sovereign. Silver Krugerrand is a more modern coin. They just started making these a few years ago. Mintage is, I think it used to be around 1 million, which would be low compared to a Silver Eagle, but high compared to something like a Kook. So there's a little collectability to the Krugerrands, but watch out for these. They do spot as well. I find any silver coming out of Africa to be highly suspect for spotting, especially the proof coins. You'll find that out if you got a bunch of elephants in your stack. And some of those are actually made in Germany. Anyway, I digress. Okay, Star Privy Eagle, boo, loser. Eagle Privy Eagle, boo, loser. Army Privy Eagle, say that 3 times. Yay, winner. Only 100,000, and they have about 4,000 of these left that they're selling one at a time. For those of you that sold yours to me, you can contact me at losinglouis@yahoo.com. My offer still stands for Type 1 2021 Silver Eagles, and I'll take those off your hands if you don't want to keep them. You can get them today. My address is at the top of the website, and I'd be happy to trade you for those if you don't want to sell them to bullion exchanges or someone like that. Okay, Laserbeam Privy Eagle is also low mintage. Probably will be a winner. I'm not so sure. It's unimpressive. That's the word for that. And Sacagawea is a little plain as well, so I don't know if you want to jump into that. The Superman coins, it's the 2.5 ounce. I bought some 1 ounce as well, but I bought quite a few of the 2.5 ounce. I think that'll be a winner in the aftermarket. But about 9,000 of those left to sell, so it could take a month to sell those out. Over at Costco, we have got... What do we got? We got no eagles, no buffaloes, no silver eagles. We got a silver bar at $4.20 and a rand bar at $33.79. $33.79 minus 4% get you a smoking price on a rand bar. I would not hesitate to pick that up if you have the Executive Club membership and a good 2% rebate credit card. I recommend you get that Executive Club membership if you're buying big gold. And if you don't have a 2% rebate credit card, Wells Fargo has one. Unlimited, actually. Okay, let's keep moving here. Junk is right around spot, and that is at Hero, under spot if you're a heavy hitter, over at Bullion Exchanges, and probably even cheaper elsewhere. We're finding deals on that on eBay for $1 or more under spot. If you want to pay up 50 cents, you can get the Mercs. And the Buffaloes in a quantity of 20 this morning are $39.37. So we've got, let's stick with the Buffaloes. Scottsdale Silver, oh no, I blew it here. Scottsdale Silver 404 for a chunky bar at Monument Metals, not a bad price. Let's go on to the, where's another, well, I lost my 1 ounce, where's my Golden State Mint? There it is, Golden State Mint usually has pretty good prices, 39, let's see, the Buffaloes, always good to get a Buffalo over any other weird design. That's the most popular round for stacking. This is $39.41 any quantity pricing. That's about $1.50 over. We can do way better on eBay, and we'll try in a minute. New player on the kilo, a little cheaper here at $12.64. At Provident Metals, they'll be beat up, but 1 kilo is just like another, unless you're getting something beautiful like a Germania Mint kilo. Probably find that around $13.00. And of course, you can get the Perth Mint kilo coin for $12.95. That'll come in a scratch capsule, I'll guarantee that. Now we're over on eBay. Let's try to find some deals. Pocket Pinger is a good thing to have if you like garage sales and such. Let's do Silver Eagles, and we'll slow down for the culls. Let's give us some cull Silver Eagles. And there they are, $41.30, about $40 an eagle out the door. That's a push with the dealer. Let's go to a BU, a lot of BU Eagles. $8.39, they'll take a best offer, and they are mid-seller, pretty good feedback. But it's $8.49 with shipping. Let's say you get that out, you get that at 42 a coin, probably under 41 out the door. I would buy that. Okay, it's big enough seller for me. He says they're BU. He's showing you a picture of them. I'm not seeing any milk spots, although I did see a few milk spots on some of my older Silver Eagles the other day. Let's keep going here to a large lot. And large lots have been pricier than big lots. Here's culls at about 40 out the door. Here's BU Eagles from Big Seller, good feedback, and those are random date. Are they type 1s? No, type 1 or type 2, who knows what you'll get. So 42.05 if you're buying Eagles this morning. 42.05. Now for this, you want to use a good 3% rebate credit card, like the PayPal credit card or the American Express Everyday Cash. Check out through PayPal. Links on my website to those cards. 40.78 for Eagles, puts you about 278 over spot. Unless we test the 37s this morning. If we do, I would buy all the silver you can find. So that's a good deal as well. If you're buying Eagles, like some whale out there, I think, is buying Eagles. And my video over the weekend shows you that investment demand is up in the stock market, especially for silver, but also for gold, but especially for silver. What is the stock market? The U.S. stock market. There is a $50 trillion market cap to the U.S. stock market. Think about that. Okay, let's keep going here, and we'll do the rotation. We got Maples for 25. We got 1,034, a little cheaper. Britannia's as cheap as 1,030, a little cheaper. Kangaroos as cheap as 1,045, and Krugerrands as cheap as 1,044. So what was it? The Britannias? Were those the 1,030? Okay, let's check the seller out. It is Pinehurst, and they are BU. Nothing wrong with those. King Charles on the obverse for as long as he sticks around. And 1,030, if we check our cheat sheet and you use that 3% rebate credit card, 1,030. Oh, I love to see this. We're back in the range. And those are $39.96 out the door with either of those two credit cards I recommend. So that is less than $2 over spot for those coins. Let's keep going here. And well, let's just get on to the gold. What do you say? Oh, wait a minute. Cheapest kilo is going to be $12.74. So that would be $40 off, about $12.34. That'll be around spot for a kilo from a big seller. So silver's getting cheaper here. Prices coming down on silver, but Eagle's a little harder to find. Here's your vintage bar of the day. Buy as many of these as you want. $4.19. Maybe the shipping will get cheaper if you buy multiples. And these are just plain back Inglehards, but that price cannot be beat. And then $4.29. You take about $15 off. You'll be at about $4.17 or so. Look at that. Look at that. Like $3.70 over spot for vintage Engelhard. They look pretty plain, but that's a moneymaker right there if you like poured silver and you like Engelhard. Let's go on to the cheapest kilo kook, and that is $13.34 minus 3%. A roll of kooks, which nobody is buying anymore, I guess. 43.50, about $42 out the door, about $4 over spot for kooks. Those are beautiful, and they will never tarnish in the shrink wrap. Okay, let's go on to a 100-ounce bar. Those were under spot the other day, and there is one for $39.15, about $3,800 out the door, right around spot. If you just want to go cheap today and get a tube of BU Peace dollars, they are $7.17 from Liberty Coin. Hopefully they'll be legit BU if you buy those. A tube of Morgan. I like the BU and the pre-$33. I like the BU. I think you got more upside with those. 21's not that great an investment, but pre-21's you can get for pre-21's $1,078. Look how that price jumps from like $800 to $1,078, and those are going to be BU from Liberty. Hopefully those would be authentic BU coins. They'll probably have some tarnish on them, but that's okay with me. You'll see. All right, let's just keep going here. Cheapest platinum eagle. Oh, that's a 23 platinum eagle, $16.54. I sold mine at $1,500. 1 gram gold is as cheap. If you're going itty bitty, still $120 minus 3%. Random 1/10 ounce gold as cheap as $350. I don't know what that is. $362 for a bar out of assay. About $350 out the door. If you want a coin, you can get a prospector for $364. That's actually a metal. Here's a coin for $365. You can check those out. Random 1/4 ounce gold as cheap as $882. What's that? White Snow Falcon. $872 for a Krugerrand. Why pay more? $878, $876. The War of 1812, well, that's actually the cheapest one. That coin had a premium at one time from the Royal Canadian Mint. And say it's BU, $876 on that one. You'll take about $30 off, $846. You'll be over 3,400 melt on that. Okay, let's keep going to bigger gold. 1/4 ounce gold eagle, maybe. Let's see what we got here. $886. Okay, $886. You can do the math on that. If that's cheaper than the dealer, go for it. Let's go on to 1/2 ounce random gold. Get past the ugly head coins, and we are where? There's a $0.50 Mexican peso. And we are here. Random Mint, half-ounce gold, 1760. Are they beat up? Well, the pictures don't look so bad. You probably get the panda because nobody wants panda these days. Let's do the math on 1760. Right in the middle between small gold and big gold. Times 0.97 with a 3% rebate credit card. If you don't have one, you should get one and pay it off right away. Times 2 equals, oh, what did I do? I don't know, divided by 2. I guess I did that twice. 34.14. It's about $80 over spot on a melt basis. I don't know if you like that or not. Let's go on to a 1-ounce gold eagle. That's going to be hard to beat that bullion exchange deal. Let's see. Liberties are not 1 ounce. And getting on to a gold eagle right there, 35.06, under 3,400 out the door. The dealer is cheaper on those. Random 1-ounce gold is as, oh, this is the 1.85 deal. 65.50, pretty close to the dealer after rebates, but you might as well buy it from the dealer. Gold Buffalo is 35.01, under 3,400 out the door. That'll beat the dealer. If you're looking for a gold buffalo, pretty hefty premium over the eagle these days. Krugerrand is going to be 34.59, about 33.40 out the door. That is maybe a little higher than the dealer. $5 commemoratives, how cheap can we get those? Now they're $8.50, guys. Minus 3%. And a 50 peso Big Daddy, and this is AUBU, I believe. Yeah, which would be just fine. 41.56. And then you take 3% off, and then you realize that's a 1.21 ounce of spectacular gold. You'll be very close to spot on that bad boy after rebates. If you're looking for big Mexican gold, let's keep going here. Stuff in my eBay store. If you see anything you like, go ahead and ask me for a friend discount. I'd be happy to oblige. And the bars I pour will have something new in August. God, I can't believe July is coming to an end. Will we see a dump in metals by the end of the month? Will it be related to the tariff story or something else coming out? I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is cheaper, and that's when you buy. If you're not buying on the way down, when are you buying? All right, and here you can get a Sigma Precious Metals Verifier, very cheap. There's a vacuum sealer, highly recommend it. There's a Devil Forge to melt down those big bars into something smaller, if that's what you prefer. A Amex card I like, the PayPal card I like, the Quicksilver card I like, the Saver from Capital One card, making me money at the grocery store. And the picks of the day I will, is there anything here that is worth noting? The Thor bar is out, and Odin is not going. Let's see if they have Thor. And there's the 10-ounce Thor at 415. 417 actually. Here that they are not shipping those in bent cards any longer, so that's not that much over spot if you're banking on the God series from Germania Mint, and hasn't done that well in the aftermarket, so I think I will not be following that that seriously. We have a new there's a new elephant coming out. My friend Silverhair Stacker just unboxed that. This is the, and I'll wrap up here very quick. Zombuck's World. Where's that elephant? Where's that elephant? It was very cool, but I thought I saw some hazing on his. There it is. And I believe these are made by Elemental Mint, the mint that will not go away. That is a super cool design. Hopefully you get BU. If they send you anyone with spots or hazing, demand they buy it back. You may want to buy that on eBay, probably be about the same price, and then you have the possibility to return. You know, when you return stuff to these dealers, sometimes they blacklist you. But that is super cool. That is absolutely super cool. $43. Let's check eBay. Zombuck's World. Zombuck's World, Elephant, Silver. Let's see if you can get that on eBay any cheaper. Where's that elephant? I'm surprised I don't have these up here. Oh, I guess they're not up on. Oh, there he is. Oh, somebody's charging $49 for it. Wow, 43 at the website, 49 on eBay. So there you go, no deal. Anyway, let me wrap this up. But I do like that zombified elephant after the South African coins. Okay, you can go back and check the previous picks, see how they're doing in the current market. Hopefully we've done well with those. All right, let's keep going here. There's a new Unibar out as well, and you may or may not be interested in that. You can support my work with a cup of coffee. I need a lot of it since I get up before 4 a.m. to do this for you guys. You can join my channel. Welcome, new members. Glad to have you here. It's $4.99 a month, and I'll try to take care of you. And here we go on Amazon, some junk you might want if you're transferring those fiat dollars into anything other than fiat dollars. I like the Capital One card, and if you want to know what they're paying for silver, not so good. They dropped their buy prices back down recently, so we'll have to see if they've got all the silver they want in the aftermarket. It is not the stacker that's moving this market. It is industrial demand and now investor demand as well. Let's go back and check the spot prices and see if we get a sell-off. Again, you may want to give it a half hour here or more. Gold selling off further, down $12, going to test 3,300. I think, and silver down 4 cents, but $1 was a big smackdown the other day, and people probably looking to accumulate silver. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you're buying and adding to the stack here or very close to here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thumbs up if you like it, share it with a friend or on social media if you want to see other people get good deals, and help me get to 20,000 subscribers. I would love to do that. All right, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys later. Oh, and don't forget the website. You can get over there and subscribe as well, bestsilvergolddeals.com. I'll see you all. Talk to you later.